And it looks like we do have a couple extra minutes, so we'll do an extra time moment. The third division of United States soccer is having a little bit of controversy of their own. The league that seems to provide plenty of head scratchers, National Independent Soccer Association, their season has reached the playoffs, but the team who was the number one team throughout the regular season has been left out. So Saturday, October 12th, Irvine Zeta will take on the Michigan Stars and then play LA Force in the final, despite the Maryland Bobcats being the number one team in the league.
Robert, I was gonna grab my Maryland Bobcats jersey, the glitch kit that I have in my house, but it seems to be in the laundry, so I can't show it off. But they have the Maryland Bobcats, among other things, have done really well with jerseys and the like. NISA, man, I don't even know. It feels like you have to be a particular kind of soccer fan to want to wade into those NISA waters. Like you have to want the messiness of it all to engage with NISA. I am certainly aware of some of the origins, the original intent of NISA. Over the years on the United States of Soccer, we would occasionally talk to people involved with NISA after things changed a bit. And we never failed to take an opportunity to name check Peter Wilt on this show. But Peter Wilt moved on, wasn't part of NISA as they launched. That the league, the concept, right? What is the concept, Robert? Basically, you can, as long as you have a little bit of money to scratch together, to pull together, you can join up. It's open, all of those things. Those additional parts, like why Maryland Bobcats are ineligible. Do I want to know? Do we know? Is there something? I mean, I'm sure some people are covering this.
So the hardworking folks at Protagonist, they had an article. I'm not sure how many sources, but at least one source from Maryland contributed that there was some sort of an agreement that Maryland was short on money, and there was some sort of a verbal agreement that the league would help them out with paying their league fees and whatnot. And then now that they are going into the playoffs, they've then rescinded that. And it's intimated that the league wanted Maryland assurance that they'd return for another season. And so kind of the way the story on Protagonist paints the story is we will, you can't be in the playoffs if you have unpaid league fees, but we'll pay your league fees if you stay again for another season.
Right. Okay. I see. So, yeah, I mean, again, I don't know enough about how either side views this. This is not the first time NISA has had issues with a club who either wasn't paying its fees or where there was some shadiness around some of the way that money was being utilized to various clubs. Obviously, again, the idea of NISA is open. Independent is in the name. That's the whole idea. You should be able to buy in regardless of who you are or where you are. But that does create sort of naturally a very shaky foundation. And if the league's going to have any administrative power at all, well, then you got to pay into the league office to be able to run the league. That's sort of a necessary evil. You can be independent, but you still need a league office. So if indeed this is a situation where Maryland wasn't paying their fees that were due, yeah, I can understand the league office's position. But at the same time, again, maybe because there have been issues and because this is also very much connected, Robert, to the soccer wars, Wild West idea of how lower division soccer works in the United States, right? And if NISA is competing on some level with USL in terms of League One, which is also a third division league sanctioned by U.S. Soccer, if they're competing with these other organizations that are professional soccer leagues, then Maryland may say, well, this is not working for us, or we're thinking bigger than what NISA can provide. They're eyeing a move to League One. Maybe they've already had discussions with, this is all speculative on my part, already had discussions with USL, or there's something at play there. And then they withhold their league fees because they don't want to give that money to NISA if they're going to be skipping out next season. And in the moment, As the playoffs arrive, those discussions come to a head. And then because NISA, I don't know, feels aggrieved by this, rather than run the league in a competitive and a fair manner in terms of what happened on the field, they pull Maryland's accreditation in the league before the playoff. It's all very messy, very ugly, and very American soccer.
Very American soccer indeed. Put that, file that under the American soccer is a weird category.
It's
there,
weird.
Jason.
It is weird. American soccer is super weird. One day we're going to have a whole segment just on American soccer being weird. Tell us your American soccer stories that are weird, and we'll write them down and we'll get to them, I promise.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who contributed in the chat. Hit us up with those American stories of weirdness. Morning kick around at gmail.com.
That's how you say that.
As well as mkickaround on X and Instagram. And until Wednesday, everybody, please enjoy your soccer. Like and subscribe too.